Sending money back home is expensive, slow, and time-consuming. Not anymore. Introducing Denari Cash. Denari Cash solves this in a simple way. Denari Cash don't send money across border. Yes, you heard it right. So, you want to know how do we send money internationally without sending across the border? Simple. You make a local payment to Denari Cash, and Denari Cash makes a local payment to your recipient. That's right, it's local in then local out. From any account to any cash pickup and major bank account. That's the reason why Denari Cash makes money transfers so much cheaper and faster. Available on any mobile, tablet, and computer. Denari Cash is trusted and loved by tens of thousands of people just like you. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now and start saving now with Denari Cash.
Yon, so welcome to the Finance Friday with Kuya Jay, aka the Purpose-Driven Advisor. Wait lang, parang nag-e-echo ang aking audio. Is it not? Ayan, mamaya tingnan natin sa ating mga audience. So, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And of course, this episode will always be available sa aking Pera and Purpose podcast sa Anchor, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. And of course, if you're watching this from the platforms that I mentioned, sana mag-hi ka man lang or hello so I can greet you. And a huge thanks to you for being such a wonderful supporter ng aking advocacy. And big shout out to Denari Cash for always giving me their 100% support on my advocacy on financial literacy. Tapos, if you're new to my channel, please like, share, and subscribe. And of course, pinaka gusto ko mangyari today is ma-inform tayo about how we can start a business or how we can build a business dito sa UAE. And definitely, ang guest natin today is someone who's built or helped so many local and foreign nationals in building their businesses dito sa Dubai mainly, but also in the entire UAE, no. So bago ang lahat, okay, magkausap kami kanina before this and he has shared so much stories na even before kami mag-start, and I want him to share whatever he has learned all throughout his experience dito sa UAE, no? And just a quick background of the person that we're gonna speak to today. He is the managing director of Play Middle East, and also one of the key directors or one of the key people of of the Business Council in Dubai, ayan, of the Philippine Business Council, ayan. So, without further ado, let me introduce to you Mr. Edwin Duria. Kamusta, bro? Hello.
Hey, good afternoon.
Parang nag-feedback ako. Okay ba audio ko dyan? Hindi naman.
Okay naman ang audio.
Okay naman ang audio ko. Alright. So, yun. Kasi I'm testing this new thing that was gifted to me by my better half. Ayan. So, shout out kay Miss Mary Cruz Submission for this wonderful microphone. Ayan. Kamusta, bro? Ang araw?
Masaya. Medyo nakapagpahinga ng konti.
And how's the business? Ang ganda ng setup mo dyan, ha? Parang kanina natanong kita kung nasa office ka or nasa bahay. Hindi ko alam kung nasa office ka ba or what.
Yung setup ko, I really arranged this one just for the meetings. Kasi may mga meetings tayo outside UAE. May mga gathering din na socials actually online. So ito yung ginagamit ko. Pupunta naman ako sa living area. Nandun naman yung mga bata, nag-online ngayon. As of the moment, they're doing the catechism online. And that's why nilak ko yung kwarto ngayon. So at least I can have a private conversation and private webinar, podcast dito sa channel mo. Yeah.
Oo, and maraming salamat din, bro, for sharing your time with me. I know you're a very busy person. You handle a lot of clients sa tagal na ng iyong company. And before we start, gusto ko lang sanang malaman or I want you to share your story before coming to Dubai. What led you here and how did you start?
Napag-usapan natin kanina yan. Nakakatuwa, no? I'm the youngest manager of a company called Earth and Style Alliance. It's a property developer in Philippines. I work with Nang Family. Nang Family, it's the owner of Previsco Corporation. Sila rin yung may-ari ng Asia United Bank. I work there. I'm the youngest manager of the company, and I'm the international sales manager. na nag-handle. So, nung nandito ako, yun nga, my wife is based from here in Dubai. And I end up staying here dahil may nagkaroon kami ng baby after 13 years as boyfriend and girlfriend. And then after almost 1 year as husband and wife. So, I work here. And then I end up working with the Sheikh family. I work with another consultancy company. Then I end up setting up my company over a cup of coffee, having conversation with my business colleague. Nung tumakbo yung boss ko, no, I worked there for 5 years. I lost a lot of money because I still work. Even na tumakbo siya, I still finish all the pending jobs. I already committed myself that I will finish it. So may 5 years gratuity, salaries, commissions, and other receivables actually. So yun yung nawala sa akin. So 2015, sabi sa akin nung during my ini-interview niya ako actually to work with him. And then he asked me a magic question. Sabi niya sa akin, Edwin, ano ba gusto mo? What do you want? Do you want to be an employee or you want to be an entrepreneur? So I said immediately, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to have my own company. And then immediately he said, then do it. So the next day, I end up talking to my partners or the law firm, the lawyers that I know who's giving me business. And then, painot-inot, no? Maliit na transactions, I end up having enough money to register my license. Ibig sabihin, wala pa akong pera nung sinet up ko yung business. So, I set up my own business and then I started from there, build another network, and I become a member of business community called Business Network International. It's currently in 72 countries, around 72 countries, and meron tayo dito sa UAE as of the moment around 15 chapters. And I'm happy to be part of it. And currently sila yung nagbibigay ng business sa akin. 80% ng business ko, it's totally from them. And 100% ng business ko, it's totally from referrals. So, yun yung nangyari sa akin. And I'm happy to be part of the Philippine Business Council for Dubai and Northern Emirates. I'm happy to be part of other community like Corpus for Christ and even from the St. Mary's Church. I'm happy to be part of it. And just to give back the blessings dun sa mga kababayan natin na kailangan din ng somehow tulong. Especially yung nandoon, alam naman natin yung mga nasa Polo OWA, no? We are more focusing on that sa mga distressed OFW.
Grabe, ang tindi na story mo, bro, ha? From Pinas. You were actually living the life na pala in the Philippines, no? And you still had that courage to give everything up and nag-restart ka talaga dito nung dumating ka sa UAE. And you also mentioned even yung struggle mo dun sa company nung umalis yung boss mo. So, grabe, ibang klase yun, ha. And
may plano talaga Panginoon, no? Kasi imagine talagang maganda nga buhay ko sa Pilipinas, but again, tama naman yung asawa ko. Family first. Kaya ka nagpamilya para magkasama kayo, buo kayo, hindi kayo para maghiwalay. So, yun yung pinangalagaan namin na mag-asawa. That's why I'm here. We are here actually.
And if you live your life for somebody else, it actually means a whole lot more than living life for yourself. Wow, umpisa pa lang to, may na-realize na ako kagad, ha. And by the way, we're gonna talk about business here, and yung story mo, bro, is already an inspiration. I think I should have a different session or a different episode with that, yung all about how you started, no. And so you've started your business a good 5 or 6 years ago, but how did you start it? Or right now, sa panahon ngayon, lalo na may pandemic din, no, ano ba yung pinaka-recent na update or ano yung pwede namin gawin on how we can start a business sa UAE?
Maraming promotion ng different authorities. They have different promotions from the discounts or from removing some of the other charges like yung kanilang flexibles. We have, just to let you know, we have 52 plus free zones all over UAE. And aside from the economic department that we have in mainland, when you're registering, usually commonly known as LLC. But bear in mind that yung term dapat natin sa mga local companies, either local company, DED company, or mainland company or onshore company rather than LLC, because LLC is also available in various prisons. A lot of prisons are offering LLC, but it's inside the prison. So yeah, be very careful with that. And I think this is the right time also to register your business or your license. Kasi nga, pandemic, maraming discount ngayon na ino-offer. There are few prisons are offering this, aside from discount, meron din silang ino-offer na installment payment. So yun yung dapat malaman ninyo. If you are not, if you don't have enough budget, you somehow, you can start dun sa business mo while paying it in installment yung license mo. Ang importante, legal ka. Importante, hindi ka magkakaroon ng fines, hindi ka yung natatakot na one day, baka mahuli ako, baka magka-fines ako. Ang daming mga consequences ng to-operate na walang valid na license sa UAE.
Okay, well, you mentioned, bro, yung LLC, mainland, and what's the other one?
Meron tayong, actually, yung sinabi ko sa iyo, yung LLC, yun yung commonly perception na tawag sa local company. Pero ang local company, dapat tawagin natin siya local company, DED company, mainland company, or onshore company. These are the terms ng main company or mainland company or ng DED license issued by the Economic Department. Okay?
Yung pala yung...
Pero yung LLC, marami ring LLC sa prison. You know? Marami ring LLC. Marami hindi nag-offer ng mga LLC sa prison. Automatically, it's LLC also in some structure. So, yun yung dapat maintindihan natin. Kaya be very careful when you're using LLC. Mainland company mo. No. My company is prison, but it's also an LLC. Limited liability company para sa kalaman ng kababayan natin. And hindi lang yun available sa mainland. It's also available in prison.
Oo, kasi gamit na gamit yung LLC na yan eh. Kahit nung, di ba, nagtatrabaho ko pa. Sabihin, ano yung company mo? LLC, ganyan. Okay, so ano ba yung LLC, di ba? Parang sabi ko, ano ba? Parang pag sinabing LLC, okay, legit na business na yan eh. Parang ganun eh. I think nagkaroon. And ngayon ko lang nalaman na ganun pala yung categorization niya. May mainland, merong DED. Kasi kami mismo dun sa company namin, we took a different license. It's under DED. Pero I'll ask more about that later. And what are the usual charges ba when we are starting a business dito? Let's say sa mainland.
Actually, kung yung usual charges, when we're talking about usual charges, yung each authority, they have different charges, no? And again, from my part, I'm only focusing in few prison authority aside from the mainland. Kasi I know those prisons, I only work with prisons na alam ko maganda yung after-sales customer service. Kasi ayaw natin, at the end of the day, we're putting our feet in our client's shoes, making sure that after sales, hindi masakit sa ulo. Hindi tayo nagsasuffer. Walang mga surprises. So yung mga charges depends on the prison authority. It can be as cheaper. Meron kasi tayong iba't ibang klaseng lisensya, Jane. Meron tayong tinatawag na freelance. Freelance license is the cheapest. And only few prisons are offering it. So the prison freelance license can start from 5,000 dirhams to 7,000 dirhams. And there are actual company, depende sa structure, it can be kung pinag-uusapan natin approximately is the cheapest prison in Dubai, it can be around 14,000 without visa allotment and 17,000 kung mayroong visa allotment. In other prison outside Dubai, the cheapest, they are offering around 8,500, 10,500, 11,500. These are the licenses only without visa allotment as of the moment. If you want to have a visa allotment dahil kailangan mo ng visa, then it's another expenses na po pwede mong idagdag. It can be around 14,000 dirhams for outside Dubai. And sa UAE naman, outside Dubai, in Dubai, it's around 17,800 dirhams is the cheapest na po pwede ka magkaroon ng license na mayroong visa allotment. And then you can upgrade it. If you want more employee, if you want more visa, you can upgrade it. But of course, it's additional cost.
So ang ano mo talaga, bro, ang main expertise mo is nasa free zone na mga na business setup.
Ang strength ko talaga nasa free zone. I really for working for almost 10 years actually. I work with them and I build a relationship. There are few prisons that I'm still having good relationship. May mga hindi ko naman sinasabing magic, no, but it's totally relationship. I can either sometimes there are I'm waiving fines, I'm reducing fines, I'm refunding fines. Depends on the prison authority. And sometimes yung mga dapat inabot ng 2 to 3 weeks, minsan dapat paiksi natin. So yun yung kung alam mo kasi kung paano umikot dun sa process, may paraan talaga. May paraan para mapaikli siya, mapabilis siya, and nagkakaroon ng, of course, client satisfaction, and then nanganganak na nanganganak yung mga kliyente mo. So yun yung advantage.
May mga ways ka pala dyan. Gusto naming malaman yan once we put up our free zone business. So, yung na-mention mo is you can start with the cheapest, which is yung freelance, right? So, alin yung tama para sa isang business? Let's say, ano bang common na business ngayon? Let's say for a creative design company like us, 'di ba? So, nag-start, or ako na lang muna. I want to start my own consulting firm na ang target market ko would be yung mga Filipinos dito sa UAE. Because I've checked before. I think kailangan ko, para makapagtayo ako ng consulting business ko na related sa personal finance, I need 1 million dirhams worth of capital, if tama yung pagkakabasa ko doon.
Actually, hindi siya totally, capital, maybe call it capital, but it's a bank guarantee. Ang activity kasi ng financial license activity in UAE, in some other part of prisons, they don't allow it. If they allow it, you need to put 1 million bank guarantee, and makukuha mo lang yon once you cancel your license. It's a protection somehow, no? Kung pinag-uusapan din natin yung consultancy, anong klaseng consultancy? Your license will depend on consultancy. Marami kasing klase ng consultancy. It can be management, it can be marketing, it can be IT. So marami. And this one, just to let you know, hindi to available dun sa ibang we thought na mura na lisensya. And talking about like e-trader, hindi to available. It's a professional license. The e-trader offers professional activity, but mostly, I'll be honest with you, it's covered. Ito yung parang lumalabas na freelance activities ng economic department. When you say consultancy, it's totally different. It's not included in the e-trader license, and maraming qualifications before you get the e-trader license. I know it's cheap, but it's limited. Aswerte ito doon sa mga individual na gumagawa ng mga freelancing, tulad ng it's either photographer or project management. They can get this license at a cheaper price, and they can operate. Pero ang qualifications noon, dapat resident ka ng UAE, may valid visa ka. Okay? So dapat usually you're doing it only online. Okay? Online. So tapos pag tinawag, di ba, meron tinatawag e-trader license.
Yeah.
E-trader license, immediately anong perception mo, Jay? Nung kinuha mo lisensya, di ba? Uy, e-trader. Pwede ako mag-trading. Tama?
Oh.
Pero hindi ka allowed mag-trading kung inaangkat mo yung produkto tapos ibebenta mo. Again, it's only online transactions, no? At pag sinabi mong e-trading, kung ikaw yung gumawa ng produkto, ikaw ang nag-manufacture sa sarili mo, tapos binenta mo, then it's okay. You can trade. Okay, but pag inaangkat mo or gawa na yung produkto tapos binibenta mo online, it's not e-trading. It's not covered by e-trader license. Ngayon, nababasa ko sa screen, what's the difference between e-commerce and activities? Ito po mga kababayan, no? Very interesting to kasi iba po yung perception ng majority sa atin. When you are doing e-commerce, o kaya nagbebenta ka sa online ng produkto, pero you're selling your product using the website or your website, and then you're dealing directly to the consumer or to the buyer. Hindi po e-commerce yun. Ang tawag po doon, trading. You're trading online. Nagbebenta po kayo ng specific na produkto ninyo. Pag sinabi natin e-commerce, you're just facilitating the transaction between the seller and the buyer. Okay? Using your portal system, like your website. Yun po yung e-commerce, commonly known as like Linwood.com, Amazon.com. Pre-advertisement to, no? Pero yun yung way ng tamang e-commerce. Pag sinabi mong ikaw mismo nagbebenta ka ng produkto, trading po tawag doon. Either you're trading, if you're selling garments, no, clothes, and then trading of garments, trading dapat yung activity mo. Ganun yun. Kung nagbebenta ka ng electronics, then electronics trading. Maraming klaseng trading depends on the product that you are trading. Yun yung talagang trading license. Any trading activity na meron kang lisensya, you can sell it online. It's not e-commerce. Kasi you're selling your own product or your product directly to the consumer or customer. Again, yung e-commerce, you're just facilitating the transaction between buyer and seller using your web portal. Yun po yung e-commerce.
Ganun pala yun. Kaya ko lang akala ko bro, pag ang business mo na online, matik e-commerce na yan. Let's say, binebenta ko tong mug na to na ginawa ko or sa kaibigan ko. And then, let's say, pinromote ko dito sa page ko, nakabenta ko. It's one of e-commerce na rin yung ganun. So, trade, pero hindi pala, trading pala yun talaga.
Trading yon. Dapat ang activity mo, trading. Kunyari, kitchen furniture or kitchen fixture, it depends kung yun yung produkto mo. Trading pa rin siya. So, yun yung maling perception.
Oo nga. Ngayon ko lang din nalaman eh. And,
kasi, just to let you know, maraming kababayan, hindi lang kababayan, no? Even other nationalities, tumawag sa akin eh. They set up, ito sa mga makilala pa tong consultant. I'm not going to tell you which one. Pero, tumawag sa akin. Sabi niya, Edwin, you are repaired, etc. And then sabi ko, yes, what's your active? What do you do? And sabi niya, nagbibenta ako ng produkto. Anong produkto? Sabi niya, ganito, ganyan. Sabi ko, okay. And what's your license? Sabi niya, e-commerce. Naku, patay. Gumastos na siya ng mahal. Mali pala yung activity niya. Kasi he's selling it directly to the consumer, to the customer. He's not facilitating it, the transaction between the seller and the consumer or customer. So, mali.
Ito, may nag-comment si Charlon, sabi dito, that's e-trading. So, e-trading naman would be e-commerce plus trading?
No. E-commerce, you're facilitating. Yung trading, meron kang trading license, but you're selling it electronically also in your website. It's called also e-trading. Pero yung DED kasi, di ba, they call that the license ngayon, e-trader. Iba rin yun. E-trader is just yung tawag doon sa lisensya na mura, na cheap. You can get it at 1,600J, right?
Oh, 1.2 ganyan. 1.1 ganyan, 1.2.
Very cheap. Pero it's a limited activity. And you need to be very careful. Don't just to have license, you just get the license and then hindi pala yun yung activity mo. The uses yung ginastos mo. So we need to be very careful.
So, yung sa amin, kasi, we were allowed to get yung EDED. So, sa activities namin, dun sa creative design company namin, is yung videography, photography, graphic design, web design, painting, content writing, and ano pa ba? Anything about content generation. So, nabigyan naman kami. So, tama lang yun. Tama naman yung sa amin, right? Okay.
Tama yun.
Tama pala. Baka mamaya na ano namin
hindi siya, again, Jay, hindi siya EDED, it's e-trader license.
E-trader license.
Oh, yes.
Okay. E-trader license yung, tama. Yun yung inano namin. And the good thing with that kasi is, pwede namin siyang i-renew through SMS lang. And very convenient and makakapag ka online, makakapagawa ka ng business online all throughout. If again, related nga dun sa activities yung ginagawa mo. Pero what if let's say I'm providing consultation for financial planning and I want to charge people. Kunyari lang, I want to charge people online. Paano yun? Hindi ako pwede mag-fall ng e-trading or ng e-commerce, right? Kasi nga like you mentioned, iba yung nature ng industry ko, right?
Iba talaga. Hindi siya po pwede. Pero may mga other ways, no? Kunyari, if you're having partnership with financial company, meron ng existing license. And then, let's say you're doing a marketing also on behalf of that company because you have partnership, you have agreement, sign agreement. Wala kang lisensya to do that one, but you have your own license as freelancers, for example, to market them. Pero dapat ang transaction, alam ko naman, hindi naman ikaw yung nagre-receive ng pera kumpanya naman, di ba? So, meaning, you're just representing them through marketing. So again, it's different scenario. Kasi kung ikaw mismo mag-operate, ikaw mismo mag-receive ng pera, you need to have a company with valid, talagang lisensya dapat na meron ka. And yun yung sinasabi mo kanina, yung financial company na activity. And Jay, I think it's really good to share also with our kababayans. Yung na-experience mo, di ba? Sabi mo nga, di ba? yung nag-renew ka ng e-trader license mo through SMS, it's easy, right?
Yeah, oo.
Pero remember, meron kang bad experience na yung unang nag-register ng license mo, parang ang hold up pa, parang gano'n. So they are
May,
charging you separately that they are giving you wrong perception where you cannot move, they can only do it through themselves. Tama?
may mga ganun kasi parang you have to be let's say yung business consulting company helped you set up the business, yun yung sa amin yung e-trader nga. And then para makapag-operate kami, we have to be part of an incubation program for a certain year, and there's a fee that we have to pay every month na I feel na hindi naman namin na maximize. Probably there's siguro sa amin din kasi we were too busy. Pero in general, hindi talaga namin na maximize and all. Although ang sabi sa amin back then was the reason ba't kailangan mo yan is because wala kang bank account na or kailangan ng company nyo ng bank account na at least may 30,000 dirhams na maintaining balance. And since nakatayap kayo sa amin, you can use our bank account or what para at least technically legal kayo as a business. Kasi I think, di ba, dito sa UAE, if you wanna have your own business, dapat meron ka ring business bank account. And unfortunately, as I have experienced last year, 30,000 ang minimum na maintaining balance. No other banks are offering it. Until 3 months back or 2 months back, when I checked with a bank here, I phoned everyone na alam ko, nakita ko online. And there's one bank that's offering me na, okay, walang maintaining balance. You just have to pay 132 or 125 dirhams every month plus VAT para ma-maintain yung account. Oo. So, with that, na-realize ko, or i-correct mo na lang ako, bro, ha, na I can renew our license and at the same time, open that bank account doon sa, ano na yun, that's offering bank or business, ano bang tawag, or business account for entrepreneurs. So that there's no need for us to pay that 500 per month na charge kami nung consulting.
Yung nangyari sa'yo, it's misrepresentation ng consultant. But at the end of the day, ang technically, you can open bank account, and it's not only one bank actually, Jay. I just also na-discover ko lang din few weeks back that other banks also offering zero balance, no? And they have this partnership with the economic department that they can open this type of license like e-trader license. They can open a corporate bank account, and they just charge you monthly fixed fees. But at least you have your you have your own company bank account, to operate legally in UAE.
Yeah, and it's much cheaper. And in any starting and young company, you have to operate at the least cost possible. This is what I learned through my last episode kay John naman, who is ng Denari Cash, right? Who founded Denari Cash, and that's his tip for me na operate at the least cost possible and then execute agad yun yung inano niya. Pero in terms of expenses, be at least mag-spend ka lang ng mababa. And ito, we have another question from Charlon. And can you put up a sole establishment under a free zone license without NOC from the current sponsor?
Thank you, Charlon. Merong mga authority na nag-a-allowed niyan. And nag-a-allowed na without the NOC, you can set up your company. But it's only few free zones authority. I cannot mention it here, but definitely I can help you with that. Na may ibang authority na ina-allow nila that you can set up your own business without getting the NOC from your current sponsor. Yung NOC should be from the sponsor. Some of them, the NOC should be coming from if you have free zone visa, usually you get the NOC from the prison authority through the portal only of your company. And some of them, if your business under DED or mainland or local company, then the NOC from your company letterhead will be enough. Pero merong ilang prison authority na hindi humingi ng NOC. And then you can set up your own company.
So ilan lang pala, no? Hindi lahat. And ito, naisip ko lang doon, bro. What if naman, siguro na to, legal matters na to. What if naman, yung consulting firm ko is tinayo ko na lang sa Pilipinas through DTI, e-trade or pwede mag-register doon. And then, I offer my services online. Though I'm based here, I'm offering my service online. And then, yung payment ko, I receive it sa aking bank account sa Pinas. Not here. Will I still be am I still legally obliging or am I still legally operating dito?
Illegally actually. Ang
Illegal yun.
ngayon
Okay.
yung mga perception, no? Actually, hindi lang, Jay, thank you for that question. Meron talaga tayo, hindi lang Pilipino, even Singaporeans na encounter ko, even other nationalities. Rather than spending money, ginawa nila yung ganon. They set up their company in their home country and then operating here. Pero, again, technically, if you're operating here, if you're doing business through here, at the end of the day, kailangan mo ng lisensya. Wala yan, G, pinagkaiba sa Ayala, no? Ayala, for example. Binanggit ko na yung brand, Ayala. Okay? Ano pinagkaiba sa Ayala? Okay? Pag yung mga ibang property developer pumunta ng Dubai, okay? Nagbenta sila, di ba ang transaction nila, they are remitting the money, yung mga OFW, they are remitting the money going towards to the company of the or property developer sa Pilipinas. Tama?
Yeah.
Actually, pag nagmamarket ka dito, dapat meron kang representative office. Ang tawag doon, representative office. You can do marketing. Okay? Because yung majority of the real estate company, dapat, or property developer, dapat meron kang representative office dito. And then you can sell it. You can market it. Ganun yun. You can market it. Pero kung nag-ooperate ka dito ng nagbebenta ka tapos wala kang lisensya dito, wala kang representative office, for example, yung ibang other property developer, then it's illegal. It's illegal. Hindi naman, ayun, at the end of the day, it's risky. It's risky for them. Yeah.
Wag lang daw mahuhuli, no? So ito, sabi ni country manager ni Mr. E, ayan, salamat sa advertisement, bro.
Sige, kita mamaya, Enrique.
O sige, we've gone to our 30-minute mark and let's have a quick break muna. Nasaan na ba yung ating commercial? And of course, this is always brought to us by Denari Cash.
Yo, what's up? This is Real Talk Darbs and I have very exciting news for you. Denari Cash and Beam & Go has decided to tie up to bring groceries to your loved ones in the Philippines. By using the application Denari Cash, you can actually deliver yung mga groceries na gusto nating ipadala door to door sa Pilipinas. In light of the community quarantine and growing COVID-19 cases in the Philippines, we are tying up with Beam & Go para sa mga kababayan nating OFW na nandito sa UAE to buy groceries. So what are you waiting for? Download Denari Cash app now and enjoy a lot of services, not just sending money, but also sending grocery to your families at home.
And we're back. I'm still with the managing director of Play Middle East, Mr. Edwin Duria. So, as we are progressing this conversation, we've ang dami ko na lamang nalaman in setting up a business here. It's something that I can share to my clients then once they are ready to start having their own businesses na. Now, kanina you mentioned about yung mga yung differences ng usual na licenses, and matagal tayong nakag-usap about EDED kasi it's that thing na very very in and pinaka cost effective. Pero you also mentioned about the limitations nga ng EDED trade license. So meron din akong narinig na dati when I was new in the UAE, you still need to have an Emirati business partner. Totoo ba yun? Na ganun pa rin ba ang practice ngayon? Is it still mandatory?
Okay. Yung for e-trader, hindi siya required. It's 100% foreign ownership tulad ng lisensya mo, Jay. Okay? Pero pag sinabi mong sponsor, okay, or business partner, again, it's ililiwanagin ko po. Dalawa po yung klase yung local sponsor. Yung isang sponsor po, ang tawag local partner. Ito po yung mga activity na commercial. Ito po yung trading license, okay, trading activity, na kung saan ang setup is 51% Emirati, 49% foreign partner. Yun po yung tinatawag na local partner. The other side of the local sponsorship, yung tinatawag, is local agent. Local agent meaning 100% owned by a foreign national, but the Emirati is just an agent. At mandatory pa rin siya pag ikaw ay kumukuha ng license through economic department or local company na tinatawag or mainland company. Mandatory pa rin siya.
Okay, agent at least.
So again, yung local sponsor, ang tawag po dyan, local partner. The other one is local agent.
Pero ano yun, same pa rin ng same pa rin ng hatian, 51-49 pag local
Hindi.
agent.
Again, pag sinabi mong local partner, automatically, commercial yung activity mo, 51-49 rules yun. Automatic, 51% yung local partner, yung Emirati. Okay? Then the other one is local agent, meaning it's a professional activity, for example, like consultancy. Then it can be 100% foreign ownership. Tapos yung local is just an agent. Yun yung difference ng local agent and local partner. Na ang tawag sa atin dito is local sponsorship.
Local sponsorship. Okay, ito may comment ulit si Mr. E. Ganyan ulit kay Ayala. Okay, sige. Ganun pala yun. Okay. Now, what are the other tips na do you think is necessary for every Filipino? Kanina sinabi mo, no, nung magkausap tayo, sabi ko, alam mo, ang hirap mag-start up ng business dito sa UAE eh. Pero sabi mo, actually, hindi naman mahirap eh. Paano mo sabi hindi mahirap? Ano yung na-realize mo all throughout your experience here?
Alam mo, walang mahirap sa taong porsigido. Kaya yun talagang na masasabi ko talaga. Hindi mahirap mag-set up ng business kasi anybody can do it. Okay? Nangangailangan lang yung isang individual or korporasyon ng consultant kasi hindi nila kayang gawin from their side or wala silang time. You know, sinasabi mo nga, time is precious than money. Probably, yung i-consume nila ng time is more expensive, no? Equivalent to doon sa pwede nilang ma-generate na pera. Ngayon, kung pinag-uusapan natin, mahirap ba? Hindi po. Kasi unang-una, free yung information in the website. You know, you can get these informations. But you just need to be very careful doon sa pag-gather ng information. Kasi merong information sa Google or sa website na they provide information pero hindi siya accurate or hindi siya kompleto. If you are going to set up a company, you just need to get the full information from detailed requirements, process and procedure, cost involved, and time frame. Pag alam mo lahat to, automatically you can inquire it through Prison Authority, through different authority, or through economic department. Libre po yung information na yan and then you can do it yourself. Kung kailangan nyo ng guidance, nandito naman po ako, and especially for kababayans, I'm not charging anything pagdating sa mga consultation. Binibigyan ko po talaga ng informations kung paano siya gawin. Hindi po siya mahirap. Muli po, pag ang perception natin mahirap, automatically nagpipris tayo eh. And rather than we're moving to our plans to have our own business, natitenga siya, no? Nadedelay siya hanggang sa hindi na natin siya magagawa. So yun yung importante po na alam natin from our own capacity na we can do it. Anybody can do it, can register. Siguro, yung mga hindi yung capacity wise kung hindi siya masyadong resourceful, then it will take time. Pero I know anybody can do it. Yung pag-set up ng business, pag-register ng license, they can do it. And like you, Jay, no? Ngayon yung e-trader, you can register it online.
Yeah.
And within the same time, you can get your license through economic department website. So sa Prison Authority, there are Prison Authority also that they offer license at the same day. Okay? Meron din license naman din in 2 days and 3 days. So may ibig sabihin po, hindi po siya mahirap. Mahirap lang po siya kung hindi po kayo magpo-provide ng requirements. Kailangan, pag lumakad ka, kompleto yung requirements. If you have all the requirements, then madaling-madali po siya may register. Ganun po yun.
Tama, wala namang mahirap sa taong masigasigid, masipag gumanap ng paraan eh. And I just come to realize na if I could have asked you for advice last year, I could have saved like more than
or more.
What? Yeah, oo nga eh. I mean, it's something that I could have done by myself, and siguro I could have paid you half of it and I still saved so much money in the end, right? So,
Jay,
yun yung advantage. Yes.
Just
Sige,
to
bro.
cut you, no? Para alam ng kababayan natin. Si Jay po, tumawag siya sa akin just to share the experience.
Sige.
Pero nagawa ni Jay to gather information how to renew it without going to the consultant, na previous consultant na ginamit nila to register the license. And he ended up saving a lot of money by being resourceful. No, tumawag siya sa akin, humingi na advice, tumawag siya sa authority, tumawag siya sa banko, and then he ended up renewing his license through online by using mobile phone, and save a lot of money. So yun. So ibig sabihin, kung kaya ni Jay, kaya ng kahit sino pong Pilipino yan.
And salamat uli bro dun sa advice na yun kasi it really kinausap ko sila sila Doki, sila Emong, and ito yung course of action natin moving forward kasi nga we wanna operate at the least cost possible. Ito lang yun eh. Ito siguro one thing that I learned in life is that you don't have to learn everything eh. Hindi lang lahat ng bagay kailangan alam mo eh. You just need to know the right people. Yun. And in terms of business setup, the right person is this guy, Edwin Duria, okay? So wala nang iba, siya lang. If in terms of yung mga legal advice, si Attorney Barney, okay? In terms of business setup, si Edwin Duria, okay? Yun. Now, we have another question here from Charlon. Mukhang masigasig tong aking kaibigan na to ha. Ayan. Happy birthday pala sa'yo bro, advance. So, what will happen if the business you set up failed unfortunately and you just decided to close down the company? Do I need to pay some fees?
Yes. Tama po. Kailangan niyo po magbayad. It doesn't mean po na nalugi na kayo. It doesn't mean po na hindi po kayo kumita. Papabayaan niyo na lang po yung kumpanya as na redundant. So, legally, dapat po i-liquidate or i-cancel yung lisensya technically para po malinis yung pangalan ninyo, malinis yung record po ninyo, and you will not end up paying a huge fines after. For example, Charlon, you set up your business, hindi siya nag-materialize in 1 year time or in 2 years time and then pinabayaan mo na lang siya. When you are planning to set up a new company, it will show in the record somehow. Lalo na kung centralized yung records. Makikita yan. And if they found you that you're liable in some other or mayroong liabilities sa previous company mo, you will not be able to set up a new business. Besides, you might pay a huge fine for not liquidating or canceling it properly. So, yes, we need to pay more money for canceling the license. Ganun lang po yun.
Okay. May ganun pa pala, no? Hindi dahil, so kahit mag-declare ka na ng bankruptcy, you're still liable. Tama?
Yeah, you need to pay not unless it's technically canceled from the authority.
Okay. So paano may iwasan yun? Kailangan talaga, pag nag-build ka ng business, it's something that you are fully decided. Pero hindi mo talaga masasabi kasi business nga, it's the highest form of risk. Kasi business is still an investment. We invest in the stock market, we invest in real estate, and also in our passion. And sometimes yung passion natin turns out into a business. Pero it's very risky. So, yon, Charlon, I know you've been trying to find ways on how you can start your business. And yeah, you really have to make some good plans muna for that. He's a young guy. I mean, 20s pa lang yan, 25, 26. And he's really interested in entrepreneurship. So, lagi ko sinasabi sa kanya na kausapin niya yung pero kumuha ka muna insurance, okay? Wala ka pa insurance eh, di ba? Every business owner has an insurance policy. Okay, so yun, very basic. Ayan, shoutout na kita ng live Sana naman, okay. So, any other tips bro na kailangan naming tandaan before we start the business? Baka may na-miss out ako na you think is very important.
Pag mag-set up ka ng business or your own company, hindi lang yan passion eh. Hindi lang talaga passion yan. At dapat talaga we should learn from our mistakes. Dapat meron tayong pipeline na tinatawag, no? If plan A failed us, then we should have plan B. In general po talaga, makaka-experience po talaga tayo ng mga failures, but we need to learn from it. We need to face the consequences. At the end of the day po, as long as we're learning, pag nangyari uli yan sa atin, mas madali na natin siyang i-handle. And ganun din po yung sa mga kababayan natin or someone we know. It can be friends, it can be relatives na na-experience mo, then you have the right idea kung paano mo sila tutulungan by giving those tips kung paano ka nag-survive or paano mo nasolusyonan yung isang problema. Again po, nung nag-set up po ako ng company ko, 80% po talaga kinakabahan po ako. Against din po yung wife ko na mag-set up ako ng business. Kasi we are usually used to receiving a normal and regular income. But again, pagka nagpursige ka, ang number one tip ko sa inyo when you set up business, join community. Ano po yung mga community na yun? Hindi naman marami po tayong community dito, lalo na po Pilipino. Um, Andiyan dyan po yung Philippine Business Council. Philippine Business Council will help you, will mentor you to succeed, to have networks, to help you somehow to grow your business. There are other communities also like what I have is the Business Network International where I attended the last convention. I've been with BNI for more than 6 years now and one of the director consultant in UAE. And when I joined, because yung business ko po ay international, I can get clients from international. I have partnership with international. So, nag-join ako ng global convention and until now, I'm connected with more than 20 countries. I'm receiving regular business from 8 different countries. And it's in a small amount of investment. Minsan po takot tayo, but when we take the risk, may mga bumabalik naman po na po pwede nating masabing not only experience but financial wise, it gets us better and better and better. So yun po yun. At marami pang community na po pwedeng mag-join ka na po pwedeng sumuporta sa iyo kung depende dun sa klase ng industry na meron ka. And that will help you somehow na mas mabilis kang maka-move on rather than one step at a time, mabagal, meron namang one step at a time na medyo mabilis because you have someone behind you na tumutulong, lalo na kung if you join a community like the Philippine Business Council, they will guide you, mga business owner po yan, mga kababayan po yan. They will help you, definitely, kung anong connection na kailangan mo, they will help you, they will endorse you, and yun po yung when I set up my company, ang una kong ginawa, nag-join ako ng Philippine Business Council. Yan po yung unang ginawa ko. Join ng networking, uma-attend ako ng mga activity ng Business Council to know, not just to know the Filipino entrepreneur, but to grow also my business, to my experience. Kasi po, wala po akong experience to manage my company. This is my first company. No? At ngayon, 3 na po siya. Pero somehow, kung hindi po ako nag-join sa community, hindi po ma-develop yung confidence ko, hindi po ma-develop yung management ko, hindi po ma-develop yung maraming bagay na hindi po ako dati. Ako po'y mahihain. Sobrang mahihain dati. So, yun po yun. Let's just go ahead with our dreams talaga. Yun po importante. Kailangan po ng lakas ng loob at dasal. Importante po yun.
Oo nga, tama lahat ng sinabi mo bro eh. And network is is a key and a vital part of every businessman's success, lalo na sa kanyang journey. Yan din ang sinabi ni John eh. One of the secrets of his success of Denari Cash din is because he has the right people around him. When he fails, there's always the support na palaging nandyan to help him go back up. Tapos, mukhang sasali na siya ng Philippine Business Council. How to join the Philippine Business Council, Sir Ed. Ayan. PM is the key. Okay.
PM is the key, yes. Jay is also part of it, actually. So, Enrique is also part of it. And Enrique is one of the director of Philippine Business Council na nag-handle ng showbiz, social, doing social while having business networking. So, si Enrique yan. And you can join. PM is the key. Yes, you can PM us. You can PM Jay. Paano mag-join? It's easy. Very easy.
What I love about PBC is that talagang lahat ng business owners na member no nagtutulungan eh. Na okay, there's Miss Bobby, shout out kay Miss Bobby no na who gave us good referrals talaga when we were running in our first few months. Now we were connected to some other Filipino business owners here, and then these business owners connected us with different clients then, and malaking bagay ang network. If you are a person who wants to build a business, one thing I want to share din is that first off, you have to change your mindset, how you view things in life, and then eventually you change the people surrounding you. Kasi if you're still surrounded with people na hindi naman business minded, and you want to become a businessman, then it's gonna be hard for you. I'm not saying na being a businessman lang ang only way. But if you really want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to try it, then you surround yourself with the right people. And like what Mr. Edwin has said, yun nga, yung network niya has helped him in getting referrals. And tama ba, bro? If I get it right, no? All of your businesses these days are all through referrals. You do not do a lot of marketing.
I'm
Everything
not
is
doing any marketing. That's correct, Jay. I'm not doing any marketing. 100% my business is
grabe.
all from referral. And as mentioned to you before, Jay, hindi ikaw yung kunyari, ikaw yung kliyente ko, ni-refer ka ng isang aking business colleague, you're my tier 2, no? Tier 2 referral. Tapos nagustuhan mo yung serbisyo ko, tier 3, ni-refer mo na naman si Mang Emong, no? Tapos ni-refer mo na Mang Emong, ni-refer ako. Si Mang Emong nagre-refer nga rin, eh. Imagine that, no? So,
Oh.
ibig sabihin, ang majority, umaabot ako ng tier 7. Ganun ka lawak yung inaabot ng referral. Why? Maganda po dapat ang customer service. Dapat po magandang serbisyo. Dapat maganda po lahat. Over-deliver as much as possible. And then, they are the ones who's going to sell your business. Again, as mentioned to Jay yesterday, I attended one meeting and it's a Emirates airline pilot. Okay? Kliyente ko po is an owner of restaurants in JLT. Then he just asked me, Edwin, come here. Let's meet. Iko, why? No, let's just meet for 5 minutes. And then I attended the meeting yesterday sa isang coffee shop. And then suddenly may dumating na tao. And then sabi sa akin ng kliyente, this is the one I'm telling you. This is Edwin. He's the one who's helping me a lot when it comes to my licenses services. Walang kanik-anik eh. Sorry, no? Kailangan ko ba banggitin yung amount?
Ikaw, sige.
Without doing anything, you know, nakakuha ko ng business worth 13,000 dirhams. So,
Wow.
yun yung if you're doing a good thing to your client, mga anak po yan. And that is tried and tested. Pag sila po mismo ang magbebenta ng serbisyo mo kasi they know you're credible, you're visible, and then it will end up to profitability. Yun po. Ganyan po talaga ang kasalukuyan nangyayari po sa negosyo ko. 100% totally referrals po.
Wow. So it's only based on trust talaga eh. And like ako, if there's one person who's asking me about business, ikaw talaga yung lagi ko. Di ba, ikaw yung lagi ko mini-message eh. Ito, may naghahanap, may nagbebenta ng lisensya niya. Ito, go talk to this guy. And if you really take care of your clients, the business is being taken care on its own eh. Kasi nga, people are the one who's marketing you. Hindi mo na kailangan mag-exert ng so much effort. Pero again, he built it through his network muna. Hindi naman yan ganun kagad na referral na agad eh, right? So,
Hindi po magic.
Yeah.
You really need to put a lot of time to build your relationship. Hindi po yan yung, we believe in giver's gain, no? Especially in our business group. We believe in giver's gain. What comes around goes around. Pag ikaw ay nagbigay ng business, automatically, if you help someone, yung help talaga babalik sa'yo. Huwag ka mag-expect, automatically babalik sa'yo. Hindi ngayon, o pwedeng bukas, o pwedeng sa isang linggo. But it will come back and probably bigger than the one you give. Kasi nung member ako ng business group namin, sabi ko, bigay ng business. Ako yung top notch sa score ng KPIs namin. Sabi ko, bigay ako ng 8 months na, nagbibigay ako ng business. Repair ako ng repair, close nila. So yung credit na pupunta sa akin, ako yung tumataas when it comes to performance. Sabi ko, 8 months na, wala pa akong natatanggap na 5 duling ha. Sabi ko. So nagsimula siya sa isang transaction, very small transaction, PRO services, 250 dirhams worth. I took it. And then it starts from there. Now, yan, katulad ng mga nangyayari ngayon, it can be 10,000, it can be 500, it can be 5,000 dirhams transaction, pero hindi na po ako nagbebenta. Ang nagbebenta na po sa akin yung mga kliyente ko, yung business colleague ko kasi they know me how I work. They know how credible I am. At hindi po ako yung fly-by-night company. So I usually give full informations without asking anything. That's it. Tatakpan ko mata ko, sasabihin ko A, B, C, D, ito yung gawin mo, ito yung dapat. Sabi nung kliyente nga sa akin Edwin, binigay mo na lahat, di ako nagagawa, sabi ko, di gawin mo. Di gawin mo. Kaya mo naman gawin eh. Tapos tinry niyang gawin, hindi niya nagawa. Yung pala, yung license niya, ito yung success story na meron ako. Na sabi niya, di niya nagawa. Ginawa niya, Edwin, you're very expensive. So ginawa ko siya ng apple banana story. Sabi ko, if you want apple, buy an apple. If you want banana, then buy banana. Don't compare apple or a banana to banana. Don't compare banana to apple. Okay? But if you compare as apple to apple, we are cheaper than the other apple, okay? But we have the same taste. So sabi niya, okay, ginawa niya, kumuha siya ng consultant, binayaran niya ng pinakamura na unbelievable. Anong nangyari sa consultant niya? Tumakbo. Hindi niya na na-contact. Doon nakuha na yung pera, hindi niya na na-contact. Bumalik ulit sa akin. Sabi ko, bakit? Edwin, I don't have money, I need help. Tinulungan ko siya. Tapos only to find out, yung lisensya niya pasunan ng 3 years, hindi niya ni-renew. Blacklisted din siya sa immigration because of expired visa. And then I end up sorting out everything in 2-3 weeks time we finish it. And then sabi niya sa akin, Edwin, sabi niya, how much I owe you? Sabi ko, you don't owe me anything. It's free. Sabi ko, wala kang pera eh. Di ba? Pero, tapos umiiyak, niyakap niya ako doon sa Starbucks. Ang laking tao nun, Egyptian eh. Laking tao nun, sabi ko, don't hug me. They might think I'm your girlfriend. Sabi ko, so, nung after a week, he sent me a check. Kung ano yung charges ko, na kinote ko sa kanya, binigay niya sa akin, binayaran niya ako after a week. Okay? And then, I didn't know that guy is one of the, sabihin na natin na experienced business consultant. Tapos, ni-refer niya ako dun sa grupo niya. Kilala siyang consultant. Yung profile niya pala nung binasa ko, napakalaki niyang tao. Hindi lang siya malaking literal na tao, but connected siya sa maraming business owners, and then he referred me to those network. So, it's a win-win solution.
Grabe.
You never know.
Yung mga tinatanim mo talaga, may aanihin ka in the future. It may not be monetarily, but it can be in different forms eh. And I also believe in the law of reciprocity. What you give is something that you'll also get in the end. Kasi yung iba nga, may nabasa kong quote ni Gary Vaynerchuk, if you're giving something, if you are giving and you're expecting something, then it's not giving. Diba? It's like a form of manipulation or what. So, eto, huling tanong mo na to, Charlon, kasi magwa 1 hour na kami ni, for installment plans, what are the required documents? Should I need to issue post-dated checks po ba? And need din po ba ng bank statements?
Again, only few prisons are offering it, and PM is the key. Yung meron po akong magandang relationship sa isang authority na you don't need to issue post-dated check. You don't need to. Pero pwede siyang installment, pwede kang magkaroon ng business, at they will also help you dun sa journey mo when you are starting your own business. And considering it's a Dubai license, the cheapest among Dubai authority, and you can pay in an installment basis. And you don't need to issue post-dated check, you don't need to to show bank statement. No, it's based from trust. So meaning, pag nirefer kita as kababayan, okay, and kilala ka naman ni Jay, alam ka kung saan ka hanapin. So pag nirefer kita, they will give you that, because they are not offering it to everybody. They are only offering it in few consultants that they know. So pwede kitang i-negotiate doon na installment without issuing anything. That's it. Easy.
Iba talaga pag nakasandal ka kay Edwin Duria. Yan. Okay. So, before we fully close this, I'll just share yung takeaways ko all throughout our conversation, bro. Kasi I really learned so much in terms of putting up a business. So, I'll share it here. No? And one of the things that I learned is that if you really want to set up a business, you have to understand the differences of the types of, especially on the type of activity that you are trying to conduct. Kung anong klaseng business yan, it has to be partnered with that kind of license din. So, also, make sure na you speak to the right people in terms of things that you do not know. Especially, lalo sa business setup, I'd highly recommend ang Play Middle East under Mr. Edwin Duria for his guidance. Alright? Especially for Filipinos talaga. And many of those who are watching this are Filipinos. So, if you want to have to form a business, go and meet this guy. And one thing I also learned from him is that you need to have a good quality of network so that your business can thrive in the future. And for you to have better referrals as well, you need to really provide excellent quality customer service. Yon. Galing. Ang daming talagang natututunan pagkausap mo mga experts. And that's one thing I love about technology these days. I can speak to you directly and ask questions as they come by. Now, since this episode or this program that I have is mainly talaga about personal finance, business, and entrepreneurship, and I just want to know, bro, how would you like to be remembered in terms of how you used your money? Because I want people to be more purposeful or live life in intent in terms of managing their finances instead of squandering it, 'di ba? So for you, bro, how do you want to be remembered through that subject?
Sa akin siguro, dalawang bagay lang ang pwede kong i-share siguro. The first one is basically sharing it with others.
Mm.
I believe really by sharing it, it will generate a good, not good amount of money, but good amount of blessings to others. You know, if you're helping someone, especially in need, then definitely it's a win-win solution. No, iba di po kaya bilhin yung pakiramdam na nakatulong ka. That's number one. The second one, it's really investment to. Right now, we're investing in our future talaga. We have real estate property. We have around 3 properties as of the moment. And insurances, ang dami yan. Meron na akong 4. Ganun din yung mga pamilya ko. Kasi I don't believe with the insurance before, honestly. And when I'm driving vehicle in Shakeside Road and then at the same time, 2 to 3 times in the same day na nag-drive ako, muntikan na umaksidente, that's the time that I realized na paano kung may nangyari sa akin. And kasama ko yung asawa ko that time. So, iniisip ko yung bata, yung future ng bata. So, I end up getting all these insurances. And mas naintindihan ko siya. And that's are the 2 things that I think we need to consider when it comes to when we are using our funds resourcefully or paano ba natin sasabihin, no? Wisely. And yun lang po, Jay. At yun yung aking experience eh. Yun yung aking need the moment talaga. Share it, and then yung pangalawa, is sa sarili mo, sa pamilya mo. Hindi mo na pamilya bago yung i-share mo. No.
Okay.
Iba po, sorry po kung yung iba, yung po talaga yung sa amin. And we prioritize po muna yung makatulong. Importante po. Lalo na ho ngayon, during pandemic.
Oh, and many people would say na charity begins at home eh. And like you, bro, no, I've always extended so much for other people before providing for myself. And many people have also told me na ganun. And it's the first time that I've heard na ganun din yung pananaw mo pala na you wanna give first before anything else. So it gives me itong kinikilabutan ako nung narinig ko yun right at this very moment. So thank you for I know I never thought that I would share the same mindset, no. And tama rin sabi mo, insurance is really vital in terms of building a business and protecting your income. Also, your real estate investments are key important ways of how you should manage your finances. So Charlon, narinig mo yon, insurance daw, bro. Okay, before you celebrate your next birthday next week. Okay? And how and where and how can they reach you, brother?
Okay, meron po akong Facebook page, and I'm sorry po hindi po ako ganun ka-active. Sabi nga ni Jay, I'm not active that much in social media, and we're trying actually. Sa Facebook po, you can reach us through Play Middle East Business Consultancy. It's a Facebook page. And then you can reach us also by messaging us through our mobile number 055-981-8886 or 8886. And Jay, if I can also share, it's a small information na po pwedeng makinabang ang mga Pilipino.
Sure.
Our business owners. Open po sa non-member po. Our business group is going to have a global convention, not global convention, but it's a GCC business convention that will be on next Thursday to Saturday. It's free for free for all po to. If you are a business owner, you can join. It's a 3 days event, and you can network with more than thousands of business owners all over GCC only by paying 100 dirhams. 100 dirhams, mga kababayan, 100 dirhams. If you register yourself, and you can connect to any GCC countries na meron even, actually outside GCC, meron din nag-participate na mga ibang business owners, and then you can network with them. You can definitely have a one-to-one. We call one-to-one, meaning it's a discussion between 2 business owners about their companies, services, or products. And then, we'll never know. Yung 100 dirhams na yun, bumalik sa'yo and can connect you with multiple business owners all over the world. So yun po, I'll be sharing it to my Facebook page in in Play Middle East, and then you are free to scan the QR code and you can register. And I also invited a lot of business owners in Manila because they have also business network international in Philippines. And I'm sharing it also with them. And some of them, they are coming. Not, yeah, some of them. So, yun po, I'm happy to answer all your questions. Message nyo lang po ako. And wala pong bayad ang consultation. Yun pong importante. Wala pong bayad ang consultation lalo po sa mga kababayan. Thank you po.
Yeah. And I'll be there kung pagka-share mo nun, bro, share ko rin sa page ko tsaka sa aking Facebook profile. And I think you have a website, right? So ito yun, no? Chinek ko online. Play.
Yeah.
Website nyo ba to? Baka maling website to.
Yun yung website ko, kaya lang talaga hindi pa siya updated. I'm working on it.
Okay.
Currently, we're finishing the content. And it will be updated soon.
May tanong si Mr. Enrique Yamzon Zobel de Ayala. Pwede daw ba mag-join ng Ayala doon?
Pwede, Enrique. Pwede, I'll share you the QR code. And trust me, you will be connected with, kung kaya mo ngang huwag tumayo ng 3 days sa computer ka, it's online event. Kung kaya mo, pwede, mas marami kang makakonect na tao.
We'll be there, definitely. I miss networking na so much. Na kapag may mga events dito sa Dubai, I always, ang diskarte ko noon, nagvo-volunteer ako so that libre entrance ko, and then nagde-network ako sa loob.
Yan ang diskarte.
Yan ang diskarte ko.
Dahil na diskarte ang matalino. Kaya yun palagi ko sinasabi kasi talagang action, is better. Action.
Action. Yeah.
Pag gusto may paraan, pag ayaw may dahilan. Marami po tayong kasabihan. Abot po tayo mga 3 o'clock dito.
Pag-usapan natin ang lahat ng maling kasabihan minsan at ang tamang kasabihan, okay? So yun, bro. Maraming salamat once again for sharing your time with me. I know you're a very busy person with a lot of things to handle, especially now na may pandemic and most of your businesses are online. So if there's anything that you need from Mr. Edwin, just PM him, message him, everything. Abuse him. Oh, he is very much always willing to give his time. Proven ko na yan. Pag nag-message ako, there will always be a response. He'll even call me to clarify the things that I do not understand. Kasi medyo slow learner si Kuya Jay. Kailangan pa ulit-ulit. So, he has the patience to explain yung mga bagay na gusto mong malaman about business. So again, I'm vouching for Mr. Edwin Duria for his great service to many Filipinos here. And all the business owners and soon-to-be business owners. So today, ngayon pa lang, we are welcoming you to the business world and we want to see you excel. So, message nyo lang kami or si Mr. Edwin Duria na para makapag-start ka na sa iyong business. So, bro, once again, thank you so much. And to the 5 million viewers that we have up to this time, thank you so much for watching and see you on my next episode. Bye-bye! Thank you, bro. So, ulitin.